Oh. Okay, got it. Tell me you can hear me. I do something funny with my speaker. Hey, Jessica. Hello, darling. Nice to see you on here. Hi. Welcome. Saturday night special. Spiritual renewal with the Baba bitches, Baba babes. Hey, let me know you're here. Oh, how do you pronounce that? Nom Pen, right? Look where Jessica is. I want to come. You're going to get a visit from me, lady. Oh, man. This nomad has been grounded for too long. Hey, Sarah. Hello, darling. Nice to see you. Yeah, leave a comment. Let me know you're here. Hi, beauties. Welcome to our broadcast, Baba broadcast, spiritual renewal, my loves. Prepping spiritually, energetically, psychically for the week ahead. Here we are. Welcome. And thank you so much for joining. If you're new, hi and welcome, whether you're on the live or watching the replay. If you don't know me, my name is Ingrid H. Turner. I am a psychic medium, psychic development teacher, poet, mystic, all around kind of cool chick, I think. Doing a lot of cool stuff. Happy to be doing it all. Still kind of forever working out the container for all of that. Not sure I'll ever have one. But anyway, here we are. This is the Baba Spiritual Mission broadcast. The Baba Spiritual Mission is a digital church. We are here to help you live in partnership with spirit. One of the ways that we do that is showing up here every week for these broadcasts for spiritual renewal to pep us up, channel divine spirit, prayer, healing, love, joy, all of that yummy stuff. So if you're here regularly, thank you for being an incredible support to this energy. If you're new, welcome. I hope you keep coming back. Please, if you're gaining value from these broadcasts each week, damn near every week, it's been a little funky lately. I blame the weather, legitimately so. But if this is valuable to you, do me a favor, share this broadcast out. Share it with people who you think would benefit from the topics that we cover, from spiritual acceptance, spiritual renewal, psychic readings. I do readings by donation on these broadcasts every week. So you can donate any amount to the PayPal linked in the description of the video. It's also there, that ticker across the screen. I'll be so happy to do a reading for you after we've kind of gone through our juicy spiritual goodness. Okay. So first things first, my loves, let's ground in together. Here's why grounding is really important. Grounding is how we match our energy, our frequency, the vibration of our molecules with the vibration of the earth. When we are a really strong match for the vibration of the earth, we all have the ability to open up to spirit so much more immensely and broadly and completely, and bring through so much from divine spirit. And then what we bring through from the ethers, from divine spirit, from all that is channeling divine source energy, we can then integrate it and ground it into our lives and bring it out into our lives and our relationships in a way that is practical, applicable, chewable, digestible. And that's really important. Otherwise, what's the fucking point? So we're going to start with a grounding meditation. Then we're going to open up with some prayer. And then we're going to go into a channeled message from divine spirit. And then I will give some readings for whoever wants any. Get on my list now if you know you want a reading, because I cap it at about 10 people. That's when I max out. But readings by donation for the first 10 at least. Okay. So why don't you close your eyes with me? Let's take 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel all of your energy pool in your root chakra. And maybe you'll feel warm or tingly. You just be aware that it's happening. Take a deep breath in and pull the energy from your root into your heart. Exhale and hold the energy in your heart. Inhale and pull the energy from your heart into your crown. Exhale and hold the energy in your crown. Inhale and pull the energy out of your body. Feel it connect with divine source energy. And with the out breath, pull that energy back into your body and into your heart. Breathe in and hold the energy in your heart. Breathe out and pull the energy down to your root. Breathe in and hold the energy in your root. Breathe out and push the energy down your legs and into your feet. Breathe in and hold the energy in your feet. Breathe out and push the energy into the earth. Feel that energy hook in with the earth's core and take a deep breath in and pull it back up towards your feet. Exhale. Inhale and feel the energy hit the soles of your feet and move up your legs and pull again in the root chakra and exhale into your root chakra. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Divine Spirit, Source, all that is, for bringing us together tonight, for creating this web, this network of love and unity and community to support one another, to lift ourselves up, each other, and all who we connect with in God's light, in love, in purpose, in joy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, my loves. Okay. Hello, beauties. Okay, Ivy, thank you so much. Got you. Bob's here. We're having so much fun. If you would like to share your prayers, I would like to receive them, not for me specifically, but leave them in the comments. You can't pray for me. I'm not going to say no. I love prayer. Prayer is fucking powerful. But if you want to leave your prayer in the comment for yourself, for a loved one, for the collective, for a not so loved one, leave a comment. Bring your prayers out. See, prayer is so powerful because it's the energy of intention. When we are genuinely praying for the well-being of another, sending out that energy, we are setting an intention for ourselves and for all that is. And when you speak it out loud or you write it down, you bring it out of you. So it's not rattling around in your head. You bring it to your heart and you express it. You anchor it and make it a physical thing. And that adds so much impact to that prayer. And then what I'll do is I'll bring your prayer up on the screen here, and all of us will affirm that prayer, giving it even more of a push, of a shove, of impact, sending it out. And I tell you what, beloveds, prayer has been one of my most dynamic spiritual practices of late. The shit that has shifted in my life as I incorporate prayer for people that I love and people who I don't love has been mind-blowing. The power of prayer shifts timelines, babe. You are able to shift into a whole new timeline, a new experience, a higher frequency experience of your life by sharing your heartfelt prayers for anyone and anyone, everyone and anyone who is top of mind. So if somebody is driving you fucking nuts, you send prayer to them, it shifts for them, but it also shifts you. It shifts you into an experience where that experience with that person is better. I've watched it happen time and time again in my own life as I incorporate these prayers into my daily life. I'd like to say that nobody ever annoys me. And it's like, don't lose my shit over somebody else's behavior. But guess what? I'm human and I do. And incorporating the power of prayer for people, for assholes, for people who I don't like, or people who I'm having a hard time with or having conflict with, mind-blowingly powerful. And equally as powerful, of course, for the people who I do love. As I say prayers for my family, for my son, for my mother, for my partner, for my brother every morning, I watch my life improve and their life improve and our life together improve in ways that is like indescribable and mind-blowing. It's like, oh my God, you can't make this shit up. So I encourage you, share your prayers here, but incorporate prayer, intention into your daily spiritual practice and watch how things shift. If you're struggling with your relationship, if you're struggling at work, if you're struggling with money, if you're struggling with whatever, you send a prayer of love, unconditional love, that moment of God's unconditional love that can pour through you. You send that over, it will shift everything. And after you're done with your unconditional loving prayer, you can go back to being catty and bitchy and whatever you're feeling about like that person or that situation. That's totally fine. But give yourself the gift of that moment of love and prayer out into the world. Beautiful Sarah. Praying for safety for all those affected by the storms. Let's affirm this prayer with our beautiful Sarah, praying for the safety of everyone affected by the snow, by the rain, by the floods, and all this craziness in California and Northern California that is happening right now. We surround everyone, the whole freaking state, in love and light and divinity and healing, and lift them up so they're just floating along to the other side. Thank you so much for that, Sarah. That is beautiful. Beautiful Ivy. Prayers for me and all my children. Let us affirm this with Ivy, praying for our beautiful mama, to lift up our mama and lift up her children and surround each and every one of them with the white hot light of divine love, divine protection, and divine joy and purpose. Absolutely beautiful. Hello, beautiful Iris, praying for the health and well-being of my darling ones in their relationship and lives. Let's affirm this prayer for beautiful Iris, praying for health and well-being of her beautiful darling ones, their relationships, everything that they're going through. Let them move through this time with grace and love and come out the other side even deeper in love with themselves and others. Beautiful Bob, praying for Kimberly, whose family is struggling after loss of income following loss of family members. Oh, let's affirm this prayer for beautiful Kimberly, sending Kimberly love, light, and strength as she moves through this really difficult time, helping her stay steady in her faith, in her optimism, and focus as she moves into this new phase of her life. Thank you, beautiful Bob. You are gorgeous. Okay. Holy cow. So when I start getting into channeling, sometimes I get like leaky, like my eyes will water and my nose will run. That's the weirdest thing. So I'm having a little bit of that today. So bear with me. But I've had a hell of a day. I've had a hell of a day where spirit has come through with just the juiciest nonsense. And that's what it is nonsense. Spirit is coming through. I was having discussions today with my beautiful partner. We're talking about our mind, right? And I think all of us can relate to some extent about the monkey mind. The way that your mind will just grab hold of something and turn it and twist it and deform it and chew on it and chew on you. Pretty soon, a whole big chunk of your consciousness is off in this other world that doesn't really exist, that your mind has created. And it's causing a bunch of turmoil and anxiety or bitterness or anger or whatever it is. And just the way that the brain will just grab hold. And it's so funny because we were sharing stories that our mind was telling us, right? We were sharing like, this is what my mind is telling me. And I was like, yeah, my mind does this to me. This is the story that I've had writing in the back of my head. And it just runs amok, right? It just absolutely runs amok. And we were laughing at the end of it because we're like, it's nonsense. The stories are not true. The mind comes up with all kinds of stories and beliefs and like fabrications and narratives that are based on fucking nothing. Now, what it might be based on is maybe you pick up on some energy with another person, for example, and maybe they're having an off day or they're feeling a little glum or whatever it is. And so you can intuitively feel that, especially if you're empathic, right? You can feel when another person's energy is off. And if you're experiencing a person's energy like you don't expect to be experiencing it, that's when the mind comes in and goes, well, let me give you some potential interpretations of that. Then pretty soon you're off to the races with this whole fucking narrative about what that other person thinking, how it's all your fault, how but whatever it is. Whatever it is. And that's just this ego's coping mechanism with your spiritual expansion. As your soul expands, that's not quite right. It's like as your frequency expands, as your molecules vibrate at a higher level, a higher vibration, then you enter into an energy that is completely unfamiliar territory to the ego. And the ego comes in and goes, oh shit, we got to shut that down. What can we latch onto? What can we latch onto? And the ego mind will latch onto something and chew and chew and chew and chew and chew in order to put you in your fucking place. because how dare you expand into a new frequency? How dare you become the best version of yourself in this moment? That is unmanageable. And bitch, you put me in charge. That's what the ego is saying. Bitch, you put me in charge. I'm going to do my job and I'm going to keep you safe. I'm going to keep you manageable. Because remember, my friends, the mind is not a happy making machine. It is a survival machine. And that is why we negative catalog. That is why we have so many stories running. That is why we have these narratives and our mind just takes off on us. And depending on where you're at psychologically, it can be worse sometimes than other times. But I have to urge you to remember, please, my beautiful friends, please remember this. Please remind yourself of this every time your mind goes on a rampage. Anything that feels bad in your mind is a fucking lie. Your mind is lying to you. The mind is a very powerful tool, but it is a goddamn knife and it will cut you. And you have to play the mind with respect. You have to learn how to use the mind for the tool that it is instead of allowing the mind to run the show. It is not capable of running the show. It is a tool. You cannot put a tool in charge. You have to manage the tool. You have to wield, you have to master that tool. Would you let a 9-year-old use a bandsaw? Absolutely not. So you need to get in there and you need to master the mind. It takes practice, but it is very doable. Again, my partner and I were laughing at the shit that our minds come up with. And you have to just be like, okay, so there's a story running in the background. Let it run amok and then let it go. And then come back to center, come back to your heart, say a fucking prayer, take an action that will soothe your anxiety and move forward. And please, for the love of all things holy, repeat after me. My mind is lying to me. It is lying. It doesn't mean that you haven't picked up on something intuitively. It means that the mind has taken advantage of that intuitive knowing, has monopolized it, and is now using it against you. So just breathe. And remember, when your mind is telling you all the terrible things about yourself and what you've done wrong and how you're bad and no good and everybody hates you and you're going to lose your job and you're not going to be able to pay rent, money's not coming in, everybody's suffering, and it's all your fault. These are lies. It is simply not true. Is it true that sometimes we do things unconsciously that irritate other people? Yes. Is it true that sometimes we make mistakes and we behave badly and we know we shouldn't have? Yes. Is it possible to make amends for that? Yes. Does that justify the mind going off on like a goddamn Uzi gun on you? On your nervous system? No. You must learn to control the mind. And here's how I control my mind. Because, oh my loves, I am intelligent and I am analytical and I overthink. And my mind will just tear me to shreds if I do not get a hold of it, if I don't get a handle on it. Leave a comment if you relate, if you're relating to this, okay? And let me tell you what I do every single day to get my shit under control before I move on to anything I do with anyone or anything I'm putting out in the world. Number one, I get up and I breathe and I make myself some tea or coffee. Who am I kidding? I make myself coffee. I don't drink tea in the morning. That's an evening thing. I make myself some coffee. What I don't do is get on my phone. My phone stays in airplane mode all night and in the morning, and it stays plugged in elsewhere for about the first 30 minutes of my day. I get my coffee. I sit down. First, I drink water. I get my coffee. I sit down. I take a few sips. I breathe deeply. I ground. I get into gratitude for at least 3 things. And I pray. I don't pray for myself, though. I almost never pray for myself. Like I said earlier, I pray for my loved ones. I pray for the people who are pissing me off. And sometimes those are one and the same. Okay. You can love somebody and still be fucking irate with them. Say a prayer. The relationship, the issue will resolve very quickly with the power of prayer. I say a prayer and then I put my hand over my heart because I'm already there for my prayers. And then I drop in and I set my one intention for the day. And folks, as long as I stick to this one intention and I don't overcomplicate it with I want this, that, or the other, my intention is to feel good. It's to feel good. When I do those few things, and then I can get up and move about my day. And I move at a pace that works for me. People move at different paces naturally. Some people are very like quick multitaskers. I am not. And I have tried to live that way the majority of my life, and it has resulted in absolute burnout. Nowadays, I move slow. I move slow and I listen to my intuition because I'm able to move slow. And then I go through the day and I get done what I need to get done. And nowadays, I make damn sure that I am prepared for these evening broadcasts. Because if I don't prepare myself throughout the day and I let the momentum of anxiety and fear and chewing and ego stories and bullshit build up, this is not going to work. I got nothing to give you. That is how I manage my mind. That is the process that I put into place. I've tried a lot of different things, but carving out that time and that spiritual space to show up for fucking God. Weird way of putting it, but there it is. That's where I'm at tonight. Showing up for God is what allows me to get my mind under control. I'm still aware of stories that come in and want to try and grab hold, but it's like my mind has become slippery. It can't get a hold of it. It can't latch on. If I perceive a text message I receive in the wrong tone, I can watch my brain want to start to whip up that. If I look at my bank account and the numbers are a little lower than I like them to be, I can watch my brain start to try and grab hold of that. But as long as I do my work, make my spiritual practice a priority, that nonsense has no hold on me. And I'm able to say, that's cute, and put it over here. You're a liar. That's cool. Go tell your lies over here. I'm going to go do my broadcast. I was just having a story whip up on the way from the store to our home that I was sharing with my partner about this whole narrative that I watched my mind whip up around one person, not based in any reality. And if I had not done my work this morning and gone into where I needed to get to energetically, that would have grabbed hold of me and it would have completely impacted negatively this broadcast that I'm doing. I would have felt insecure, unsure of myself. I would have been questioning, why aren't you guys leaving comments? Why am I not getting feedback? Why are there only 5 viewers on here? But because I did my work, I don't fucking care. I know that I'm here and sharing from my heart, and whoever is meant to get it and receive it will. And if you're not, that's fine. If you don't want to leave a comment, that's cool. I don't have to worry about it. So tell me, now I'm going to ask you to leave me a comment. Is this something you can commit to? Can you commit to getting up in the morning, staying off your damn phone for at least the first 30 minutes, and bringing yourself to center in prayer and gratitude and intention so that you can slough off the burden of the liar, the great liar with big gnashing teeth, the monster in the closet? Can you let that go through prayer and gratitude? Can you do that every day? And it's not your fault that your mind does this. You're smart, you're questioning, you're analytical, you have been conditioned to put the mind in charge. All of us have. And so this is a daily commitment. But I'll tell you a secret. It might feel like a burden right now, like, oh, one more thing I have to do. But I promise you, if you put it into practice, you're going to look forward to your mornings, to your daily practice, to getting up and spending that time with yourself and your heart and God. Mornings are now my favorite time, and I am not a morning person. But the reason mornings are my favorite time is because I get to start off like this. And if I don't start off like this, I fucking pay for it, and so does everybody around me. So that's what I got from Spirit today. That was the big, interesting day that I had, where it's just this whole day-long conversation, just talking about the mind and the nonsense, because it is all nonsense. But here's the thing. We can choose whether it's fun nonsense or silly or not fun nonsense, because the other part of it is like there's not really any point to life. Not really. The point is to show up and be in love and joy, is to find your way to love and joy. That's all that we're here for. We're not really here to accomplish any great thing. We accomplish the great thing through tapping into our hearts and being in love, through living in partnership with Spirit, living in partnership with love, just being in love. And the more we can disconnect from that gnashing mind, king of liars, the more we can settle into our hearts, into love, and that will guide us, each and every one of us, to the big, amazing, impactful things that we are supposed to do in this lifetime. You can't get there through fear. You can't get there through the mind. You can only get there through love and through the heart. Toss the nonsense. See how it feels. Try it for a week. If it doesn't work for you, then be like, Ingrid, you're dumb. I'm not doing it anymore. I'll say, okay, you're right. I'm dumb. Don't do it anymore. But I think it'll work. I'm very, very confident. I don't spend a bunch of time on it. It's been like 15 minutes. Then I'm ready to go. All right. So with that being said, tell me how that feels. Leave a comment. If you'd like a reading, leave a donation. Any amount to my PayPal there on my screen. And if you're unable to do PayPal for whatever reason, then please let me know. I'll put my Venmo up. Okay. So first on our list is our beautiful Ivy. Ivy, my love, tell me your question. I should put my glasses on. Sarah, this is golden. I'm clearly glad it's resonating with you, Sarah. My glasses are all funky. Beautiful Ivy. What's your question, my love? I'm so happy to tune in for you, darling. Bad to the bone. Okay. Is it just me or do these glasses look really crooked? Or is it my perspective? Like, do I have uneven ears, you guys? Be honest with me. Are they crooked? I feel crooked. I feel like my blackboards aren't crooked. These ones are, but I don't know if that's true. This might just be having a mind moment. All right. What does our beautiful Ivy need to know? Whatever comes from Ivy, thank you so much for your donation. Appreciate you so much. Show me. Ivy, ooh, pretty. I just closed my eyes and I saw all of these. Ooh, what kind of flowers are those? They're white flowers with big, soft petals. Big, soft, floppy petals. Not floppy, but they're like kind of loose petals. They don't stay up. They kind of flop like that. And I can't place what flower it is, but oh, it is gorgeous. Really beautiful flower. It feels like a turning point. Let me pull some cards, my sweet love. Show me. Okay. Yeah, lilies. Yeah, could totally be lilies. Okay. Show me, Holy Spirit. All right, my sweet. There's a shift happening for you. It's more of an internal shift at the moment. It's going to result in an external shift. It's also going to result in some help coming your way, some kind of resources, like personal resources, like personhood, like people or person. But first, what's important and what's going on right now is there's a shift going on in your mindset and in your spiritual perspective. And Saturn just went into Pisces, and Pisces is about our spirituality and our intuition, right? And that means a big shift for a lot of people. And I feel like you are experiencing that. There's a spiritual shift that is happening for you. And it is shifting your mindset and the way you have been thinking about things. It's going to result in an outer expression of your energy and your lifestyle that looks different than what it does today. But that expression is not happening right now. Right now, you're kind of stagnant in the physical world and grounded in, which is great. But there's inner stuff happening. There's a new perspective spiritually resulting in a shift in the way you think about things. And then the result of that is going to be a new way of living that doesn't follow any of the status quo, spiritually speaking, that you have been following. Okay. And it's good. It's going to take you where it needs to take you to. It's like really in your favor. It's also going to take a little work and untangling. I feel like during this, I'm just really pulling in that during this Saturn transit, I'd be very interested to know what house in your chart Saturn is transiting over, like where Pisces is in your chart. If you know that, leave a comment. That'll be really interesting. Or you can look it up later. And it's going to take some untangling. And it's going to take a little time because it's untangling some of your belief sets, some of your thoughts, some of your ideas, some of what you've sort of assumed to be true and believed in. It's untangling that and re-knitting it back together. This is a long period I'm getting, which I think is why I'm pulling Saturn so much. This is a kind of a longer period, but things are beginning to shift for you. The thing that I want you to Spirit wants you to know. Spirit is coming through and saying, you can trust this new perspective. The new perspectives, the new ideas, the new, maybe it's that way. Don't second guess yourself because you can really trust this. You can trust your heart and you can trust your mind in this situation. Like as you're looking at things, you're going to see things don't quite fit the way they used to, like the puzzle pieces don't fit the way you thought they did, and you're going to see things from a different perspective spiritually. All right, babe. Thank you so much for your donation and your support. And I hope that that feels helpful and nourishing and yummy to you. Such a pleasure to be able to tune in for you, my sweet. Da-na-na-na. And then, yep. So I'm open for readings. If anybody would like one, I will hang out here for a few minutes and leave a comment. Okay, that sounds perfect and amazing. All right, great, Ivy. I'm so glad. Yeah, Spirit is like, don't second guess. Don't be afraid of this. Just let it come clear. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah, I'd love to do a reading for anybody who is wanting one. I'm gonna do a new banner. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just as well I'm doing a new banner. I did a typo in the old one. Add banner. Try this again. I swear to God. Me and ugh. Hey, Isaac. Nice to connect with you. So glad that you're here. Yeah, I was an hour later today because I was out playing. My partner and I were out playing. We were talking. We were connecting. We were laughing. We were having interesting conversations. And I just wasn't quite ready to come back yet at the 5:00 time. And I wanted to let that be okay, which is a challenge for me because I've always been a slave to time. And I always want to be like sort of vigilant and religiously on time. And I do think it's important to be on time. But today I just needed to be a little less rigid with myself on that because I was playing. And play is important. Nonsense is important, so Spirit says. I mean, the play, the nonsense, right? That's where we have fun, is when it's nonsensical. I mean, truly, the times when I have the most fun is like when it's like silly. Okay, let's do a collective reading. If you're on here and you're needing collective, and then if you want to go deeper into this and look very specifically for you, you can make a donation in any amount. PayPal is linked in the description of the video. PayPal error. Yeah, I fucked up. Sorry, guys. I put the wrong link. I put paypal.com instead of paypal.me. So you got to put paypal.me/Ingrid H. Turner 108. And I can't change it now that I'm live. It's also linked in the first comment on my profile if you're watching it there. Sorry. I was kind of rushing because I felt late. But let's look at the collective. Let's look at the week ahead. Energies for the week ahead. All right, my loves. Okay. 2 8s, 2 2s, and strength. Looking at this with numerology, 8s are about power, assertiveness, abundance, really stepping into your power. 2s, of course, are about relationships and relating, and also about balance and compromise. And the strength card is about healing, deep inner healing through unconditional love. What I see here is coming to understand your own power, your presence, your place in the world in relation, in spite of, and because of your relationships. There's going to be some stuckness as you lose track of your power. There's going to be some walking away from what doesn't serve you as you regain that power. There's going to be some compromise where it's appropriate. And there's going to be some putting a line in the sand when you know you need to be done compromising. And all of this mess, relating mess, is going to result in healing a deep layer for the collective or for the people watching this broadcast or for the people watching the replay. And of course, readings are timeless because the energy meets you when it needs to meet you, right? Jessica, we learn so much through play. We really do. We learn so much through play. And as somebody who are my astrology buffs here, I have Saturn, Pluto, and Mars in my 5th house of play. No one knows better than I do the struggle to play and the incredible joy and satisfaction and mastery of life that comes through play. Just got to have fun. I'm telling you, that is the most important thing, is to feel good and have fun. And we have been so conditioned out of that. Play, have fun, feel good. It's all about sacrifice yourself, martyr yourself. Don't be selfish. Think of other people. And here's the thing, the secret sauce is once you prioritize feeling good and playing and finding the joy in life, thinking of other people comes naturally. You have so much energy and goodness splashing out of you. Everyone you come into contact with, it feels good. You have extra energy to do for others, to be of service, to love hard. And that comes from prioritizing feeling good and play, which is why I said during my spiritual practice in the morning, my one intention for the day is to feel good. Okay, Sarah, I got your donation. My sweet, do you have a question? Or would you like me to just tune in for you? I'm going to send you a little message here real quick. Oh, by the way, sweets, I just saw your other messages. I'll respond afterwards. Sorry. Okay. It brings me joy to do for others. Yes. And that's great. And that's wonderful. What we don't want to get caught in is the martyring, the sacrificing or putting ourselves aside so that we can just do for others. Giving is its own reward. It really is, until you burn out, but you keep on giving because you feel like you have to, because you feel like you're a bad person if you prioritize yourself in any way. Okay, healing, she says. All right. What does our beautiful Sarah need? Okay, I'm seeing opalescent. Oh my God, I'm seeing an opalescent butterfly. Holy cow. Some of these visuals I'm getting for you folks are absolutely incredible. I'm seeing an opalescent butterfly, and it's like, it's an opal stones in a butterfly with silver in a silver set. Boy, if I ever find an opalescent butterfly like what I am seeing, I'm buying it for you immediately because this feels really powerful. The opal to me symbolizes when I feel into this energy, what I feel into what this symbolizes. It symbolizes beauty, regality. It symbolizes almost like royalty. It's so striking and sharp and at the same time grounded. And the butterfly, of course, it is transformation and metamorphosis, yes. But more than that, for you, Sarah, the butterfly symbolizes taking flight, being fully true, being true to yourself, being authentic, being unique, being play, being open. My grandmother's name was Opal. Oh, well, there you go. This is probably a message from your grandmother Opal. So fly, just fly, be free, be unique, be fully you, spread your wings out fully. You are so much more beautiful than you know. The butterfly cannot see how beautiful it is. The butterfly never can see how beautiful they are, but everything else sees how beautiful the butterfly is. That's you, beautiful Sarah. So even though you can't see it, learn to believe it and act accordingly, spread out accordingly. All right, beautiful. Let me pull some cards for you as I am sending you love and healing and appreciation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, the Empress, the 10 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, the 9 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, my sweet. The Empress and the 10 of Cups. These are really, really nice cards. The Empress is very much deeply feminine matriarch, comfortable in her own skin, comfortable in her femininity. The 10 of Cups is happy families, family reunions, happily ever after. But then you have the 5 of Cups here, which is grief. Okay. The thing about the 5 of Cups is you got to let yourself feel your feelings, but don't get stuck there. And remember that grief is cumulative. So, grief from a loss today, whether that is somebody passing away, loss of a relationship, even the loss of a pet or a disappointment, with somebody lets you down, there's a grief to that. And grief tends to pile on top of itself because we are not taught to just fully feel and express our grief in the moment when it hits us. And so it tends to pile up. So, in order for you to really enjoy this happiness that is available to you, because it is available to you, as soon as you slip right into that authentic, yummy self of yours, this is what's going to come up. This old grief, as soon as it feels safe to do so, because you're in a safe environment, is going to come up. Let yourself have it fully and then release it. You're tired. You're tired. And things are unfolding, but they're unfolding towards this Empress energy, and they're unfolding towards this happily ever after. And the steps are grief, are just feeling your feelings, but you are making headway. It is unfolding. It is not going to stay like this forever. Sometimes it feels like it will, but it won't. You're making headway. It is moving. It is unfolding. And you're going to be developing a lot more confidence in yourself really, really soon. It's going to help move you forward on your path a lot quicker. All right, beloved. Sarah, thank you so much for your donation, for the opportunity to be of service to you. I really just appreciate you so damn much. You know that? Okay. And if anybody else would like a reading, I'm here. You know what? People have donated to my Venmo before and I haven't seen it. So I'm going to check. If you left a donation anywhere for a reading, leave a comment and let me know because I don't want to miss it. Okay. Okay. So yeah, baby. Oh, here's something I can tell you about. I have a masterclass on how to conquer your fear. All right. This is to get control of that fucking monkey mind that we were talking about earlier. It is a dynamic masterclass, which means I am adding to the content. And when I add to the content, you have lifetime access to what's there and you get access to anything that I add in the future. Regular price, when I start selling this full price, it's going to be $111. Right now, for you, for lifetime access, is $22. If you want to get in there, take that masterclass, conquer your fear, put it into practice, and give me feedback, that would be so helpful to me. So let me know. If you want it, go get it. It's linked on my website. It is on my homepage. Be so happy for you to have that and to help you with that. I feel like, so a big part of my human design is about courage. It is about doing the brave thing. I have my son going through gate 51. 51 is a gate of shock. Okay. Which is why sometimes I say shit that pisses people off. And sometimes I say things that makes you go, whoa, it's not really about me. It's about an energy that comes through me. I could be saying, pandas are pink and people would still be shocked, Actually, that is like, I could say something totally benign. Right. And some people would still be shocked. Some people would be pissed by it. Some people, it's a breakthrough energy. The other side of that energy is learning how to be really, really brave. I was born with a lot of fear and a very chattery mind and a chewing mind. And it has taken me a lot of practice and has taken concentration and real commitment to gain mastery over that fear so that I could make these big leaps in my life. So I could live the very unique life that I live through conquering that fear. Being courageous is very big. And I know that it's something that I'm also meant to teach and share because it's my son in my gate 51. So that's why I developed this masterclass. That's why I talk a lot about spiritual practice and conquering fear and showing up and mastering that. And I'm really excited about this masterclass and the content to come, the course that I'm even building around this, because so much of that is about, like, I have the tools, the roadmap to help you conquer your fear. It's part of my life purpose to help people conquer their fear and awaken to their highest potential. That's what this gate 51 is all about, is awakening to your highest potential through pushing you through the energy of fear. helping, not pushing you through, but helping you expand through that energy. And I know it can be done because I did it. And I did it despite the colossal amount of fear and anxiety that I had carried throughout my life. And so I'm very excited about this masterclass. So please go check it out. If it resonates with you, it's really cheap right now for lifetime access. And I want you to have it. And I want you to give me feedback on it and interact with the community there. And let's add to this and do this incredible work together, because that's what it's all about right now, is moving from fear to love. This is the energy that we live in. This is the paradigm that we have moved into. Spring solstice 2020, so almost exactly 3 years ago, my loves, we popped into a whole new energy. The earth popped into a new energy and new paradigm. We have come from an energy of fear and scarcity and struggle and climbing the corporate ladder and hustling and all that shit, right? And we have moved into an energy of community and unity and love and individual expression and passionate living and being of service through the vehicle of your passion. And it's true, right now, it's very fucking bumpy. It's like we're a spaceship landing on a new planet, and it's bumpy because we've been in orbit for, 2 decades or whatever, And so we're landing into this new energy and this new earth. And everything that we have to do, our one job is to move from fear to love. That's it. And when we do that, when we follow our hearts, that is what leads us to our passion. And our passion is our purpose. And our purpose is how we change the world. It's how we raise the consciousness of the collective. It's how we bring our children into this new earth, into this incredible new energy. You and I, we were born in an old energy. We're fear-based creatures. We are. We are scared to death. We are scared of everything. We are scared of ourselves. But we have to do that work to continue to make that commitment to move into the energy of love so that we can be the bridge, so that our children can fully embody the new earth. This is what Spirit told me. Spring solstice of 2020, I popped awake and I knew everything had changed. Everything had shifted. I was running the Baba ministry at that time. My phone was blowing up in our WhatsApp group. Those of you who were there, my Baba babes who were there, everybody was, did you feel that? I wasn't the only one that felt it. Every sensitive person on the planet went, holy shit, we're here. Something has completely shifted. It has completely changed. And that was what changed. And now we just have to keep doing the work, moving from fear to love. You and I don't belong in either place fully. We don't belong in fear and scarcity and that old paradigm. We don't really belong in this new paradigm. But what we are doing is we are tending the soil of the new paradigm so that our children, the ones that come next, can grow and bloom and blossom and thrive in a way that is unimaginable to us and certainly not to our forebears. And that's how we do it, is move from fear to love. That's why I am so grateful to be doing this work and to have this as part of my design. So it is so in the forefront of what I'm doing, what I'm helping the collective with. Tell me what you think. Tell me how that feels. Okay. Does anybody else want a reading? Readings by donation. Donate any amount. I am more than happy to do a reading for you. See what the week ahead has for you, my beloveds. All right. All right. Well, Isaac's out of here. Bye. Thank you so much for jumping on. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out. What a pleasure it has been to connect with you. Thank you, Ivy. Thank you, Sarah, for the opportunity to tune in for you, do readings for you. Thank you for your presence and this incredible magic. I will be here same time next week. Actually, like an hour earlier next week. But you follow my page, so I'll keep you posted. And thank you so much. I appreciate you and I love you. And go play, okay? Have fun.